Ladies and gentlemen, Side Strafe back with some more World of Tanks. Today I'm actually in my M4A2E4 Sherman tank, and as most of you know, this was a beta tester gift. And I heard a lot of people actually had sold this thing and regret it, obviously, because you can't get it back. I think it's a normal premium tank on the Russian server, but as far as the European and North American servers, you cannot get it, which is kind of cool. Anyways, I've done something a little different with it. I've loaded up some premium rounds because the gun isn't so great on this thing. I figure it's a premium. I don't usually go too far into the negatives with premium rounds on these tanks, so let's give it a shot. We'll let the heavy go first. We'll support him. Everybody's breaking my walls here. They've got 2 pieces of artillery that we need to watch out for. And he's just flying through. I can't get a shot off. Oh, I lost my gun depression. Get out of the way. There. I'll go in for the assist. What is this guy doing? Oh! Oh, that was a waste of a shot. Might need to switch back to my regular rounds. I really don't know that I need premiums. I'm pretty high tiered, so let's not waste the money. That's always fun when people try to do those crazy maneuvers. I haven't played this tank in a long time. Need to get used to it again. Cruiser, where is he at? Alright, we've lost him now. AT-2. I want to make sure I'm hiding from that artillery. Pretty light targets here. Definitely don't need the premiums. Where's this AT-2 at, though? T-14's like, what are you doing in there? Get out of there. See, the thing is, I don't, well, I don't know what kind of armor this guy's got.
That one didn't go through.
He's trying to look at me now. Where's your weak spot? I've switched over to premiums because I'm not sure how thick this guy's armor is. Oh, well, you're going to push me out of the way. Well, fine, I'll go over here. Oh, where did that go? There, that'll do it. I'm still not familiar enough with those British tank destroyers. I know they have some crazy armor. Switching back over to regular ammo. Everything else on the map is pretty simple. Okay, 2 pieces of artillery and a light. This is a well-tiered game for me, of course. There are definitely much worse. I didn't really need the premium rounds. But they do come in handy once you run into trouble. Ow, why for you shooting at me? Oh, hey now. Where's his friend gonna back out there? There's that. Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to get that last kill for Top Gun. Out of the way! Oh, he's coming around. Stabilize. Look at him just trying to escape at this point. No! Yes! Nice. Top gun on this bad boy that I haven't taken out of the garage in who knows how long. That's funny. First time out with it. Sweet. Gotta love that. That was a lot of fun, actually. Look at all that madness. That was a fun game. So, now that we've had a fantastic game in that tank, let's go ahead and launch another one and see what happens if we get tiered poorly. I don't know if it is going to happen or not, but we'll find out. This is actually mostly my Super Pershing crew, along with a few other guys from my old Easy 8, which I sold a while ago. I just kind of take them in and out of these vehicles as I need them. So let's do another one. And we'll see what happens with this tier. Okay. Survey says. So yeah, this one's going to be a little bit more difficult. Getting into those kinds of games, though, just so refreshing to be able to just be high tier and know that you're capable of obliterating everything on the map. Alright, so with this one, obviously we have the forest side. I like to call Sherwood Forest. We'll see what kind of split we end up with. I find that more often than not, if I go towards the flag by myself, it's just insta-death. We'll see what kind of backup we have. I really just don't like that side. The cover is very limited, and they've got 3 pieces of artillery, so we'll have to figure out how this goes. Where are these guys rolling? We've got the ram. Some guys aren't moving much yet. And we don't have that many actually going into the forest. Okay. Standard M4. I wonder if he's got the derp gun. Looks like it. So what we're going to do is sit here for a little bit, camp, and then check the mini-map and relocate if necessary. What I'm going to do, though, is make sure that nobody flanks up this end. We're lit, we're lit, we're lit, and our side is exposed. Somebody's in here. Shoot, I hope I'm not the first thing lit. That's an E2. Oh, somebody smacked him good. I've switched to a premium round because the E2 is not easy to pen from the front. What other cover do we have here other than trees? I've got absolutely nothing. But as I had said, somebody was going to come up the extreme flank, so that's why I came over here. Thankfully, nothing else fired at me. We'll try to light him up again.
Penetration.
Oh, we don't really need premiums on this guy.
Got him. That one didn't go through. We didn't penetrate their
Not having much luck here.
Looks like that one went right through.
He's still up.
Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is destroyed.
There we go. Grill. Keep in mind, I really only use premium rounds on premium tanks. I just can't afford to use them on anything else. So, while it might be fun, When you're trying to purchase new tanks, it's just not great to do on a regular basis. Now, for those that aren't looking to purchase tanks, and you're just like, okay, I'm fine with all the units I have, sure, and you got tons of money, then yeah, I mean, you might as well go for some premiums. Grill. Cleaning up. I'm going to take the lower end here of this flank. Su-85 is still alive, which means nobody else is in this position to take. Back on normal rounds, depending on what we engage. I wish this Su-85 had more health. They've got a Jagdpanzer who's taken 2 people. I would assume that he's maybe at Kilo or Juliet 1 on the mini-map. Okay, what we need to do is get to heavy cover. I do have a shot there, but I'm not going to really worry about it now because I want to maintain a cover position before I stop the fire. Bring her about.
Penetration.
See, he's in the opening there.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
I'm going to switch back over to some premiums. He's just destroyed my cover.
We didn't even scratch him.
That missed him there. See, he can take me if I'm not careful. Somebody else grabs him. Thank you, sir. Alright, we need to get in on that flag now. There could be something over there.
Ready to fire.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Is he the one capping, or is it something else?
Where did the target go?
Go, go, go! Alright, let's get the thing we know we can...
The radio man is
Shoot,
down.
come
We
on.
can only signal nearby vehicles. We didn't penetrate their
Dang it, you gotta be kidding me.
Optics destroyed.
Ah, base cap. I couldn't get there in time. Darn it. Oh, man. Bag of terrible. Spent too much time with that Jagdpanzer. And then it was just a question of which target can we smack first. Even with some premium rounds, I had some trouble there. Missed a couple of shots. And then I think the last thing I was firing at bounced off of an angle. And you kind of got to figure out which one to drop first so it'll reset the cap, but I just couldn't do it. The worst thing I think about this gun is the aim time is just really bad. It's not good at all. And I think, let's see, well, I've got the laying drive just to help with the aiming speed. And I've got my, obviously this 100% crew, but darn it. Well, there's that one. Let's do one more with this bad boy and see what happens. At least we didn't die, I guess. Fisherman's Bay, middle of the road. Still a good vehicle, but, it does suffer from some of the common weaknesses of the Sherman line. Just taking a look at it. You can see one of the obvious differences. It has a new track and road wheel system. But other than that, the hull, there's some differences in the hull as well compared to the other Sherman tanks. Not amazing in the armor department, depending on the tier, of course. And then just that gun. Decently quick, mobile enough.
Move out.
This guy's noticing my E4. I will smile, for it is worthy of such an emote. Gonna go towards the village here. I really regret not doing the pre-order bonuses for World of Tanks, though. I would have liked to have a couple of those vehicles. Okay, so I'm gonna... grab some cover. One piece of artillery. Their ELC AMX is already dead. They are fully lit. We're about to lose our scout. Alright, continue on through. And we've got a Lee. Come around this route. KV-1S is watching that side. Come back, Lee. Come back.
They're hit. One of our tracks is
Darn it.
damaged.
Might have to go premium on him.
Go through.
Don't want to give him the same location to fire at. We'll switch things up a bit. There's a Lee, which I don't need premiums for.
Enemy is hit. We've lost a track.
Or maybe I do.
Even scratched them.
Oh, somebody finished him off. I keep forgetting that the penetration of this thing really is not amazing. I think with premiums it hits the 90s minimum. Alright, so already halved here. Oh, crap. I don't want to take any more damage this early on.
We didn't even scratch
Wow.
them. Enemy armor is hit.
There we go. And that was the first one that went into him was regular. Which I think is like 60 something pen. Artie's down. Where's this M6? Lost him. Well, we've got him from both sides if he tries to come out. The rest of their tanks seem to be on the other part of the field. We're going to lose a medium, I think, down there. Alright. Let's try to push in from this other side and give some assistance. M6 is now lit. Still behind that structure.
Enemy is hit.
One into him. Dang it! Son of a gun. Frack. Why did I sit there like that? I thought I might be able to reload before he could fire. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Oh well, that was just a stupid mistake. I should have backed off. And I was paranoid. I was thinking to myself, you know, I just have a bad feeling about engaging this guy. I have this feeling that he's just gonna decide to pop me with that gun, which I think might have been what, the 90 mil. Darn it. I was hoping to go at least no deaths in today's video, but it didn't really work out. I do believe we have this, though. We should win, hopefully. He's just going to use his armor. Or try to use his armor to get in at this Panzer. But he might not last because there's other things shooting at him. Oh. Some assist points there. Darn it. I'm sitting here looking at myself and saying, that house right behind me is where I should have been. I should have just sat at the corner and waited. Instead, I thought that the M6 might pull forward the other way and that I would come around him. And every time I tell myself, okay, side strafe, maybe you're playing a bit too passive. Go on the offense. Yeah, I always do it at the wrong time. Wait, I only have 240 health left. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe that guy's got a bigger gun. He's a heavy tank. So, I have to follow my own instincts. I have to get good at just saying, wait a minute. This seems like a bad idea. Don't do it. And that's that. So, good job to the rest of the team. I did not do a whole heck of a lot there. Yeah, that's pretty poor compared to the last two games. Indeed. But, as you can see, premium tank is nice. Even the fact that we were using some premium rounds there, off and on. I need to get better at knowing what targets could use them, because if we take a look here, 69 to 115 versus 95 to 159. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, no. Yes. All right. I thought I was looking at the wrong thing. 69, 115, 95, 159. So there's that. Only have 35 loaded up. Seems to be all I really need. Maybe I could even do with less. It's only 2,800. It's not too bad. I can usually support that with other tanks. So I find that premium rounds, I hate that they exist sometimes, especially when they're on normal tanks, because I can never afford these on a regular. It's really difficult to be able to make that money back or break even. You have to play with your premiums a lot in order to pay for your regular tanks. So I think that's what most people do. I do have a lot of credits right now, but I'm saving them up for new tanks. So that's why I'm trying not to spend a whole lot. So I'm really only using those rounds on premium units. Really good on the Super Pershing, although this thing is getting changed up a bit in the next patch, which we haven't received yet on the North American server. But we'll see how that works out, because I didn't play with it much on the test server. And yeah, I use them on the T-34 now, use them on the Super Pershing. Maybe I should throw some into the Ram, although I haven't really upgraded this guy much. And then, so there's this bad boy here. But yeah, just hull armor, if we compare it to the regular Sherman, is better, and it has better turret armor than the normal M4. It's just when it comes to your gun, if we look at this guy's primary, 76 average pen, as you can see there, just with the normal, is a lot better. So the true weakness to this thing is that primary. But with premiums, it's not so bad. It seems to work out there. The other one I have is the T-14, which I haven't played in a long time either. This thing has nice armor, but its weakness is also its gun. I think if I were to put some APCR into it, what are we doing here? 95 to 159. So it's the same gun, I believe. They share the same weapon. Yeah, and that's, you can see even it's just like the same profile. There, 75mm M3. Just make sure it's the M3L37. Yeah, so same exact weapon. So it'll do about the same. And since they're tier 5, this armor with a better gun could actually be pretty beast. I might play around with that. I'll just probably dump the T-34 crew into here and swap them out. Have fun with it. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to about do it for today's dose of World of Tanks. We at least got to see a different tank in the battlefield for a change. And with that, I'll see you on the next one.